This is perhaps a world exclusive where we've not only got Andrew and Tristan Tate, but talking exclusively about money.
Anyone who does not drive a Ferrari is a lazy idiot. It is that easy to get rich in the world today if you actually try.
So how do you exist in that paradox? How do you not let it corrupt you?
I don't think money or power corrupt moral people. I think they bring out more of who you really are, you know. I am essentially a poor person with lots of money. I'm a working class guy. I come from a council estate.
I think you've turned over billions, but I don't think you've got a net worth of $1 billion.
Well, how do you calculate net worth?
Are you really a billionaire though? Like really?
Yes,
Because
I'll tell you why.
yeah.
So it's interesting because
I think you've turned over billions, but I don't think you've got a net worth of $1 billion.
well, how do you calculate net worth? Net worth is semi-subjective, would you agree?
Assets minus liability.
Okay, so we have assets minus liabilities, but then let's say your assets are companies, or let's say your assets are a brand, then it becomes subjective.
Yeah, well, it becomes what someone will pay for it at the time if you sell it.
Okay.
Which isn't subjective in the moment.
Oh, well, that's right, but I've never tried to sell my companies, but then...
But a lot of people go, oh, my company's worth $1 billion. It's actually worth cool.
Correct. You're completely right. So this is why I'm talking about how it's subjective. So then what you can do is you can go online and you can look at previously sold.
Or multipliers.
Multipliers, that's
Yeah.
right. So let's say I had a tech company. Let's say I had an online educational platform that turned over $150 million a year at 80% profit. Let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say...
In the real world, let's say you did
Let's
have that.
let's say I had that.
Yeah.
Right? And then you would say, well, the standardized tech multiplier is 6 or 7, especially with a margin like that. Well, that's $1 billion company.
But it's not a personal $1 billion net worth.
Well, it's $1 billion company that's owned by me.
Tristan has no share in it?
Shares. You're thinking inside the matrix. Shares.
Shares,
There's no shares. No one owns it on paper. It just exists. It's just there. If I sold everything I own for the fair price, I would have a lot more than $1 billion. So if you want to talk about hard assets like real estate, cars, land,
Let's do that. Let's do that then. How much real estate have you got?
The Matrix is after me. They took everything from me. Decal took it all.
You said to me everything. You told me to come to Romania and bring everything.
But Decal took everything, of course. But I actually worked this. It's funny you asked me this question because my brother and I worked this out only a week and a half ago. We were like, if you know what you have, you ain't got much. What do we have?
But surely you track your net worth every year.
No.
Why not?
Because if I want something...
You cannot master what you do not measure.
If I want something, I just buy it. If I want a $5.4 million Pagani to go with a Pagani penthouse that costs $29 million, then I just buy both. I just buy them. Buy that. I just send a message to the competent authority. Purchase. And it's done. I have hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate.
Right.
But I'm not going to say where it is.
I didn't ask you that, though.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I wouldn't ask you that.
I have hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate. Well, no, sorry. Let me rephrase that. There is a company owned by a trust fund, owned by a company that has hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate, which I have access to.
Okay. And how many cars do you currently have?
59, I think. I bought another one yesterday.
What was that?
It was only a Huracan Technica, but it was the last one off of the production line. Yeah. So I thought I'll buy it.
So what's the 59 cars worth?
Well, let's try and work this out. I have a Rimac Nevera.
Is that on order?
No, it's finished.
Right.
Just needs collecting, but yeah, I'm on judicial control. I cannot leave Romania. That's around 5 million. I have the Bugatti around 5 million. I have two Chimeras ordered. They were 5 million each. I got a Jesco, that's 5 million. So that's 5 cars. We're already at 30 million.
Why 2 Chimeras?
Because I spec'd it and I couldn't decide which color. Right. It was between the two.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm not a brokey. Let's pop it.
Right. What's the Koenigsegg process of buying? It must be a pain in the ass. Like,
I guess it...
Wait list, all that.
For the average man, perhaps, yeah. When you're Andrew Tate. When you... Look at what I've done for the Bugatti brand. Think about it.
Do they like you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't like me in traffic or whatever. But I guarantee the word Bugatti has been said more in the last 2 years than was ever said in its entire history.
Yeah.
If I say to Koenigsegg, I want Chimeras, they're like, yes, sir.
So they like you?
I think so.
Yeah. Are there any car brands that won't sell to you?
No, of course not.
Are there any watch brands that won't sell to you?
Everyone loves me, Rob. This is a psyop. There's a psyop that I'm some disliked person. Every single person likes me all of the time. I've yet to have a negative interaction.
There must be one pissed off girlfriend, ex-girlfriend that doesn't like you.
Well,
no one is liked by everyone.
I'm sure Decal tried very hard to find